What's up and welcome to my attempt number 2 in Bronze to Mythic in the Bloomburrow set. We're going to do things a little differently. If you caught my previous run at this, we only made it to Platinum, but I was still pretty excited about that result, having been the first time I took a draft seriously and really push for it. We only got about 18 or 19 drafts in before the season ended. We're already a few days late, but you'll also remember, or if you caught those, I kind of did a couple drafts per video. And so in this series, I'm only going to do one draft per video. So you'll see that whole draft beginning to end, and then in the next video, you'll see the next draft. And so the goal is to take Premier Draft in Bloomburrow to Mythic again, and hopefully make it this time. I learned a lot. I think the first half dozen or so of my drafts were kind of wasted drafts because I was just learning. So I'm really excited about this series. Come follow along, and not only my Bronze to Mythic maybe run, as well as my Path to Pro run, just right here on my YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and switch over to the game. One of the things you'll also notice if you caught my previous series, hopefully there is not a yellow haze anymore. And if you caught the shorts follow-up to that, I was correct. I did have a night vision mode set on my computer itself, so it was turning everything yellow. We had to start a new account because of way Decay works. So we picked up some gems. We bought the Welcome Bundle, the Traveler Bundle, and the Planeswalker Bundle, which included 4 draft tokens. So we're going to go ahead and, with the aid of untapped.gg, not sponsored, hashtag not sponsored, we're going to use a draft token and jump right into this. And now we can actually update all. Update all again. Okay. So we'll see how this goes. Waiting for everybody to join. Had to update the titles to the stream. So if you're following along on my YouTube or my Twitch channel, you can actually watch these drafts live and give feedback, commentary, tell me I punted, whatever you need to do. And so go ahead and check me out on the live streams. I am trying to stream early in the mornings, usually like 6 a.m. To 10. I was a little late start today. Lunar Convocation. This thing is busted with bats. If bats is open, we could definitely make something happen. I haven't been able to put together a good bats deck yet. Lily Splash Mentor is also a really good card for a frog deck. It basically gives you an engine to blink things off the table and back onto the table. I want to try a bat deck, so we're going to go ahead and grab Lunar Convocation. Also, it helps the collection. So does Lily Splash Mentor, but I would really like to see if we can get bats to go. Some early removal. This is in our color. This is a pretty nice card. It's kind of expensive. Rabbit Soldier, that is also a really nice card. I don't know. I feel like the early removal is pretty good. Let's go ahead and grab the removal. A little black removal. Galewind Moose. Oof. It's just a fun card, the fact that it flashes in. But it's green. So let's take a look at the black cards. Sacrifice a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. If the gift was promised, return target creature card from the graveyard to your hand. Nice removal and card recursion for us. Decently cheap at 3 black or 3 CMC, 2 black, 1 colorless. We need to probably start picking up some good bats here, though. There's a bat cleric. I think this is a little bit better. A 2/3, actually 2/4 with vigilance, and then it gets one whenever I gain or lose life. So as long as I have that engine, it does become a 3/4 for 4. This is a 2/3, but gains life. The 2/4, the big body in the air. I mean, it is truly a coin flip. And we have already some way to gain and lose life. So I'm going to grab Waxwayne. Potentially grabbing this here. Enters, opponent discards 2 cards unless they discard. Each that player has 1 or fewer cards. Basically keeps this slows them down. I really do like this card. The rabbits though is powerful too, but I think I'll take the enchantment. Enchantments are kind of hard to remove right now. We'll grab another Waxwayne. If we get a good bats deck, I'll be pretty excited. Come on. Come on, Gandalf. Sitting on 2 packs. Got a couple decent little start. Yeah, that's just a fun little card. We are going to have bat, so Sonar Strike is really nice. Cheap removal. +2 until end of turn, up to 1 other target creature. So Mabel's Metal is also pretty good. Return another target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. A 2/2 for 2, or do we want the combat trick? I think we probably need some bodies, actually. I like the combat trick, but we do need some bodies. Also, I have to remember this collection thing is for... it's for this new account, so like none of these cards are in my collection. Let's get some more bats. All right, Nettle Guard will fit what we're trying to do. Kill some artifacts or enchantments for us. Nettle Guard in general is pretty good. A 3/1 for 2. It can take out an outsized body, which I really like. None of these really matter. Not a good pack, or not good leftovers, I should say. Bueller. Oh, he's actually waiting too. I mean, it's always funny to me when we get to the last couple picks and people take their time. It just makes you wonder, like, are they actually seeing the colors that they need? Because, yeah, these Moonrise Cleric tabled. Interesting. It gives me high hopes for bats here. Okay. What do we have that can help us? Intrepid Rabbit is really good. Bonebind Orator is really good. Seasoned Worn Guard. Not gonna have a lot of tokens, but we'll throw that Intrepid Rabbit up there. I mean, Thoughtstalker Warlock is pretty good. Do we have another bat? Ooh, Moonrise. Enters, choose target opponent. If they lost life this turn, reveal their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. They discard that card. Otherwise, they discard a card. So off the bat, it's just card removal for them. And then if I manage to do damage to them, I get to select the card. So we're going to definitely take Thoughtstalker in this particular case. Whisker Veil came around. Becomes the target of a spell or ability for the first time. Look at the top 5 cards of the library. Reveal a creature card with menu value 3 or less from among them. Put it onto the battlefield if it's your turn. If you don't put it onto the battlefield, put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. This is really good. I think I would take it even over this. 4 mana. Yeah. We're going to grab that Whisker Veil. Savor is hard to pass. Do we have... I mean, most of this stuff is going to be flying anyways. Nettle Guard. We do have 2 sort of removals. A Mabel Sonar. I think after Savor, we're pretty good on removal. And should really just focus on cards that work. So Dire Sight works for our what we're trying to do, at least from a color, but it'll probably be a easy cut. It's not super powerful. I'll actually even cut it early, just in case. But Lunar Convocation is really good. All right, what do we have for our colors? Pileated Provisioner. Enters, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control without flying. So we do have a couple without flying, like Nettle Guard, Thoughtstalker, Warlock. So not a bad choice. Plus it fits the colors and gives us more options. It is expensive, so it's a 5 CMC for a 3/4. If it was like a 4/4, or something like that, I think it would be a little bit better. It does end up being like a 4/5 essentially translation, just because of adding that 1/1 to something that doesn't have it. This is nice little graveyard recursion, but I think we need some more bodies. So is Bonebind Orator. I can get cards out of my graveyard. So it essentially the same as Mudflat. But it can be any card. I don't think I'm going to have a card that's not a bat. I mean, maybe Rabbit. At least Bonebind Orator gives me 1 additional choice. Yeah, actually 2. Nettle and Intrepid Rabbit. I could pull the back out. That is only for like bat, squirrels, rats. Bat, squirrels, rats, and... There's the 4th one. Can't remember what it is. It's gonna drive me nuts. Yay, we got a Starseer. Can't believe that tabled. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain your lost turn, target opponent loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent. So that's pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. So black-green is squirrels. Black-blue is rats. Black-white is bats. Black-blue was rats. Black-white. What am I missing? Black-red is lizards. Yeah, that's the other one. It was lizards. So we do have a lizard. Thoughtstalker is a lizard. I guess Bonebind, going back to the Bonebind Orator conversation, it does open up Nettle Guard for me to be able to grab. Pay 1 life, draw a card, activate if you have 3 or more left. I mean, there's not a really good option. If anything, it's Corpseberry Cultivator, just because I can make it. Oh, we got Bone Cash. Okay. Bonebind. We'll just grab Bonebind again. 2 of those. Bone Cash wasn't a bad choice. Probably would have grabbed Corpse. Starforged Sword. Going straight to the sideboard. I mean, Sword is apparently sneaky good. Could potentially be a good fit for us. not a lot of good options here. I can untap target non-land permanent with this guy. We do have some removal, potentially early winter. I think we need some more bodies. So a 3/3 for 3 is not bad. Plus, it has an additional ability. I do like Coyote. Enters, I can target exile, gives it a +1/+1. So it gives me card removal, and essentially comes out as a 4/5 for 5 and card removal. So not bad. Moonrise might also be a good. Hopefully Moonrise tables again, but Moonstone Harbinger though. Gain or lose life. It gets +1/+0. Moonrise. There's another one. The Death Touch is really nice for this Bat Warrior though. Having that in the air scares people. I think I need a few more ways to like gain life though. Use one of those draft tokens already. Lunar Convocation on the first pick was huge. Definitely makes you want to like push rats or bats. Rats, bats, everything in between. Carrot Cake does give us ability to gain life. Gives us a rabbit token. Allows us to scry. So it does help for some triggers, scrying, health gain, tokens, so bodies on the playfield. Bueller. So we usually run 16 lands. I think 17 for this format is a little too much. And it's a 16 mana generators is what I like to run. So if I pick up something that also generates me mana, I think like a Patchwork, for instance. Lots of good bats here. Gained or lost life, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal cards with powerless. Put it into your hand, put the rest in the bottom. So it's a 3/1 for 4 plus some card generation. Or do I want another? I think the Death Touch in the air. Oof, plus life gain. I don't know. It's still a bat. Warren Elders probably the easy pick here. Just a quick buff to everything before a swing in is really nice. It's kind of expensive of a buff, but buff. I don't know why I tripped over that word. But overall, decent value. Ooh, Moonrise Cleric. I needed that health gain, so we're grabbing another Moonrise. So health gain really is the issue. Moonrise. If you gain life this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain and lost life this turn, create a 1/1. So I need a way to like gain and lose life. So Life Creed Duo is going to give us more life gain options and is a cheap on the cheap side. Psychic Whirl. It's removal. So I have had Psychic Whirl do actual psychic damage in an IRL draft, which was great. I had a couple Psychic Whirls, and then there's another one that makes you discard cards. And basically, I had the guy discard like 3 cards after having a mulligan, and he just forfeited. I was like, there was not much else he could do in that particular case. But we grabbed another Moonrise. So we have some ways to gain life now. And then Lunar Convocation gives me a way to lose life. So I can create the bat tokens by gaining life with something and then going ahead and paying that and losing the life. Ravine Raider, nice cheap drop. Ooh, and we got a Agate Blade Assassin out of the deal. So Vault Progress. Okay. So that's a nice healthy number. What does it want me to get rid of? Psychic Whirl, Deleted Provisioner. I want to go ahead, drop a Plains, take a look at what our options are that will do well for us. Okay, basically second page, not much. This can do some work. If you have something with like First Strike or something like that. Ravine Raider, if you can get that down early, is pretty good. This does slow them down quite a bit. I mean, Mabel's Metal is also a decent option. I do like Nettle Guard. Doesn't have the ability to really get its Valiant trigger though. It's more just have a 3/1 body on the table. Maybe grab Mabel's Metal. Or should I do a Ravine Raider? I don't know. The combat tricks always come in. All right, let's go ahead and draft. This was a mistake. Let's go ahead and change that. Draft number 1. Not draft number 19. Maybe we move that over here. There you go. Draft number 1. And let's get started. Okay. Bonebind Orators. So we got a 2-drop, decent mana. Prefer 1 less mana in an ideal hand. And a little bit better curve out, but that this will do. We can do a 2, then a 3-drop. Okay, and we have Mabel's Metal. So we have some tricks that we can do on Bonebind. Good. He didn't have a 1-drop either, so he's not going to curve out perfectly. Get a 2/2 out here. Then if he swings, I'll just trade. Because this gives him a mana generation. I don't need him dropping a 5-drop down on the table. Main phase, control whenever you expend 4, gain 3 life. Yeah, that's a problem. Go ahead and train that. Discard a card. I think we play this guy. Just have him discard a card. He was getting too aggressive. Slow him down. Or they were. We don't know. It was they. They were getting too aggressive. So they do get some mana ramp. Added a green. Are they going to do another land drop and then access to 5 mana? I mean, they have enough to trigger this. Whenever you expend 4, gain 3 life. Okay. They're going to gain the 3 life. No blocks for now. I think I play another Bonebind Orator. Get some bodies out here. No attacks. End turn. We have Mabel's Metal. For each raccoon. Yeah, that's nuts. Mirror the Trash Tactician. So if they attack with Mira, I have to block, right? Got their rabbits. One other creature. I think I have to trade here. No attacks. We got some bats in the air. See if we draw some removal. And then we do have ways to like pull it back out. So we can pull essentially 2 creatures back out. It's expensive, but we can do it. Like some of the removal I have. Okay, Heaped Harvest. Sonar Strike. I mean, I can afford any of them, really. Gonna be splashing in the pond. All right, they're not gonna attack. Second main. We cracking that? What are we doing? Keep hovering over it. Yep, cracking it. Basic land card. What do you have that's so expensive that you need land? Lose 3 life. Or sacrifice a non-land permanent. This is where it gets a little spicy. So this is essentially swinging for 5 every turn because of Starseer Mentor. Okay. Can't afford the 8. What do we have in here? Can I recursively do this? Can I use Bonebind to pull out Bonebind? And then get to use it again? Next. Swinging for 5 a turn. So he's getting 3 or 2. Is it other? For each raccoon you control. 1, 2. Oh, that's an otter. That picture I always think that picture is a squirrel or a raccoon. I don't know if I have a way to like gain life pre-combat though. Maybe Life Creed Duo? Yeah, that would be the way pre-combat. So I'm going to try this play. Uh-huh. What do you have for 1 red? What do you have for 1 red as far as a combat trick? Playful Push, I think, is still... Yeah, huh? Block Moonrise with your treetop. You're still taking 3 unless you discard. So I mean that worked. Essentially got my Bone Bind back, and then if that dies, I can still use it for its little trick. Its little trick. Would really like some other stuff. Snag a Drift Gloom. Some card draw. I mean, I have Star Charter for card draw. Some removal would be nice. Why a 3/4 over a 4/5? What are we doing? All right, and then they pass combat. Okay. Yes. Auto pay. This person hovering over their cards makes me really nervous. Like, what are you trying to do here? All right, we got some bodies. We're growing the board wide. Why are we manually tapping? What is this person doing? Are they new? They might be new. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 raccoons. Yep. 4 green. What are you dropping? Do they have a board wipe? Is there a board wipe? And I mean, there's season of something. I think this person's new. They just did the Oak Hollow after or before they dropped anything. I mean, does it work that way? You control the entered the battlefield this turn. Do they automatically get it if they play it? I bet you, what I feel like is going on the other side of this table is that there is a new player playing, and there is somebody trying to tell them what to do, and they are scrambling to get it done. Okay, interesting. So 1 block here. 1 block here. Then that is 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 damage that gets through. Bind Orator dies, which is fine. They have a big buff. Four, 7, 9, 12, 13. But I wouldn't be able to survive another swing. So let's do the conservative thing. Okay, they discarded a card. Because that would have buffed, that would have got me 14. And then they would have discarded. So, like, it still wasn't lethal. We're on combat. Okay. Next. Is it whenever? Oh, it's just... I gained some life. This is whenever, though. Probably should have swung with that bat, too. Yeah, wax wins whenever. I should have swung. Swang? What? Past term of swing? Swang? Sure, swang. I believe. So they either hold the card for discard so they don't automatically lose 3 life, or they lose 3 life. So we 3 from this. Say these 2 get through. That's 7. Because they got to block the 4/4. It's going to kill the treetop sentries, though. I was gonna spam your go, but I feel like this person's new, so I'm not gonna be a dick about it. They could cast a card in hand and then sack a non-land permanent. Yeah. Oh, it's a non-land permanent or okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, they're gonna block the 2. I guess keep it up for some reason. Discard or take the damage. They're going to take the damage. Interesting. Well, now I'm nervous. What do you got? Okay. It's going to trigger a bunch of stuff. They're going to get some health back. Okay. So 11, 13, 17, 20 damage. Okay, we got 2 that have trample. That puts them at 12. So if I don't block the ones with trample. So what ones are not? So let's do the easy one here. Yeah, I think if I do so that's 12 damage that gets through. They don't have any other cards in hand. And then I could Bonebind Orator, Thoughtstalker out. Then I don't think it matters. Full swing. You got nothing in hand, no party tricks. Okay, you're gonna block the rabbit. Okay, that was close. Oh, that was math. We are starting at the bottom of the bottom. Bronze tier 4. Feels good to get the first game out of the way. All right, let's go ahead and get into the next match. We'll just keep it cooking. That one took a while. Yeah, I really feel like that was a new player, especially being a bronze tier 4. I think they were really kind of thinking through their stuff. Yeah, this is a new account. So I am currently bronze 4, making the full run. Ranks did reset. They reset at the beginning of the month or the end of the month, however you want to think about it. So end of August, they reset. And what do I want to get rid of? Maybe Waxwayne. Yeah, they reset at the end of August. They're doing that psychic damage. Hitting me with the... Get something on the board here, even though this has Menace. So I had, because of Decay, I got to Platinum on my main account. I had to create a new account just for this. So here we are. So aren't you beating up on noobs then, like a Smurf? Is that allowed? So I guess yes and no in the beginning, but it's soon gonna get into the other ranks. It's not really a smurfing and draft. Everybody is on the same playfield when it comes to draft, right? You're presented the cards, you pick the cards. It could be something said to the skill level of drafting, but outside of that, it normalizes really quick. But yeah, in order to do a bronze to GM run, you have to have a bronze account. So we created a new one. I hear that the folks that do the bronze to GM or bronze to Mythic run every time will discard a card. Have to have 3 accounts because of Decay. So it's part of the game, or at least this this journey of bronze to GM. Yeah, I don't know if you can really like smurf in Magic, really. That is an interesting thought. So discard or take the 3, or destroy a non-land permanent. All right, we're discarding. They got rid of their bat. Interesting. Well, it can't block, so it doesn't really help them in the air. To each opponent, I think I take. They do have 4 mana though, so they can do something. All right, all right. Now this is funny. They lost life this turn, reveal their hand. So let's go ahead and swing. And then play this. Well, there's only one choice. And then either take the 3 or destroy a non-land permanent. All right. Yeah, plus in the early ranks, you gain 2 pips for every win. So you cruise through the early ranks pretty quickly. So already in bronze 3. Nice. At that 250 gems, I always feel like that miracle mark is the 3, because then it goes, you get 4x the gems from 2 to 3. So that's the big target, is at 3. And then especially in anything under platinum, if you get 3 wins, you are gaining twice as fast as you're losing pips. So that's a really good target. You can really go like 2 wins is still forward progress, and anything under platinum, it's slow. Yeah, it's quick rank up. So in bronze, I think it's only 4 pips total to get from like bronze 4 to bronze 3. And then once you get higher, I know at least in gold, it might be starting in silver, it takes 5 pips to go from one rank to the next. But then you get 2 pips for every win in all the way up through gold. And then platinum is when it starts doing just 1 pip per win. So then you need to have at least a 51% win rate. But if you actually want to have any sort of forward progress, you really need to have like a 66% win rate. So this isn't my favorite keep, but we'll take it. All right, we got a little bit of a curve going. You can get some removal off of the board. Hit me with a Nettle Guard already. Got a Bone Bind, so we got some sort of defense. If Nettle Guard comes, I mean, he might have something to target it and give it the +2. I mean, make him waste a combat trick, like a Crumb and Get It. Yep, there it is. Called it. I think that was worth. Get a Moonrise Cleric out there. Now, if they have like a Sonar Strike or an Agate Assault, or... Oh, they do have... All right, swinging for that. No blocks. We're going to do a Consumed by Greed. Gift a card. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Do I want to gift them a card to get Bonebind Orator back? I do need bodies, so I might do that. We're going to gift them a card. Get rid of that. Really could use a wipe. That would be great. Oh, he has haste. Gets a 1/1 counter. That's crazy. So I think we play this. We hold. I think we hold and block, because then we can hit it with a Saber. This is a pretty spicy mouse deck. Ooh, he's got 2 of them. Where are we going? Is he going to stack it on the 1? Okay. Nope, not going to stack it on the 1. All right, we'll do that. Create a food token. Are you gonna blowing all of his buffs. Hey, we got a white. Not super helpful. I can't use the Mabels on it quite yet, but it is a 3/4 body. This might, I think this is game. Yep, that's game. Concede. Good game. That was a spicy mouse deck. They got the night draw or the nut draw on that one. But skill definitely plays a part of drafting, so experienced players are for sure advantage over new players, even if it is an even playing field. Yeah, that is true. But luckily, because of that accelerated progress out of the lower ranks, you're not sticking around very long, right? You're not dwelling in the lower ranks and mucking up people's experience. The goal is not to stick around in bronze for very long. Okay. Not my favorite. We'd like a black. Well, that's pain. Give me a black. Oh, I'm gonna get 2 lands, and both of them are gonna be that. Maybe on the old third turn. Nope. Not gonna get anything. Sweet. No forage. No blocks. What else we got? 4. Oh, Daggerfang Duo. Mill 2 cards. Get them a little closer. So the thing of it is, if I... look at the top 4 cards of your library, maybe creature card with power 3 less. Put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Do I save this to Sonar Strike is the question. Or do I get the body out? Body yaddy 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 yaddy. I think we get the bat out because I get to gain life. If this lives. So it doesn't quite have enough to forage out of his graveyard yet, or their graveyard yet. They could have removal. Forage. No, not going to be able to. I'm going to do no blocks. Okay. I think I discard a card. Okay. Nice. Got some bats going now. If you gained or lost life this turn. Do I start swinging or I save? I think I save. Somebody pointed this out to me. Life Creed Duo is a bat and a bird. And they were like, so is this Batman and Robin? Because it kind of looks like a Robin. And obviously the bat. All right, what do we take care of? The Corpse Berry or the Thorn Plate? Because the Corpse Berry gets bigger. I think we get rid of the corpse berry. Probably gonna pull a combat trick because that's a high value target. What do you have for a combat trick? So I still got the life. I think I take the damage from here. Need an option for high stride. Really drowning without a black. One black would be great. May forage. Now they do have 3. Resolve. We're going to pull another combat trick. Another high stride. Interesting. Finally got a black. Jeez. Don't really want to gift them a food. I also don't want to lose 2 life. Yeah, that had to go. If you gained or lost, you may reveal a creature card with power 3 or less from among them and put it in your hand. I think, yeah, we have to grab the coyote. If we can survive this turn. With power 2 or less. They don't have anything with a power 2 or less. Oh, I'm going to have the ability to forage. This is a strong... Got a decent little squirrel deck here. What is that? 7, 11. Yep, that's game. Oh, I think my deck's a little slow. This is the problem. I want to take a look at this again. Yeah, it's a little slow. It's a problem. This is a little bit better. You're gonna still struggle without a black, but we'll keep. Opponent goes first, so we're on the draw. Means I'm hoping to get a black. Gonna hit me with the old discard card. Oh, a Ravine Raider. Nice. Just one black. One black would be amazing. 41% chance to draw a land. Let it be a black. Well, now you can't buff your Ravine Raider. Still 2 damage. Hey, we got the black. Little 1/3. Hopefully that'll save us a little bit. Be able to block. Iridescent Vine Lasher. That is spicy in standard. I saw a pretty spicy deck with this. So you can only buff it once, but it does have Menace, so it's going to get through. Unless he does that. Still going to get through for 1. I say we throw that out there. It's a decent little way to kill something and potentially live if he tries to attack. Do have some stuff with less than 2 toughness though, so if I get to 5 mana, I do have some removal. Okay. Untap target non-land permanent. Can do it to himself. I think at this point we no block. Play this guy. Then if we get one more land, I can take something out. Probably the Iridescent Vine Lasher, just because it's annoying. Now the question is, do I block? I think I have to block and kill. And then they're going to combat trick, like a Crumb and Get It. Or a Saver. Sonar Strike. There it is. And now that's going to trigger. I think we play Waxbane or Waxwane. Get some life gain. Now I can block some stuff. So I'll be able to block this unless they have a buff. I'd also be able to block this unless they have a buff. Okay. Okay. Just playing out their hand. Very nice. Sonar Strike. I think I swing with this. Because now it kills anything in the air. And it has vigilance. Ooh, Glide Dive Duo. Nice. Okay. Their bat deck might be a little bit better than my bat deck. I think we have to save. Okay. Done, and then good little trade. Now that Sonar Strike's out of hand, though. Thought Warlock is probably the play. Unless they just empty their hand. And then hope for another land. We're at a 46% chance of getting a land. I think we take the bat or the life create duo. Because it's just life gain. For them. You don't have any land. You've already gained life. Okay, you're gonna grab another bat. They can sacrifice a card or discard a card. I think so. They could quadruple block or triple block this guy. Okay. He didn't kill it like I wanted him to. Or wanted them to. Alright. Life Creed Duo is going to get some health. It's going to trigger a bunch of stuff. Trigger a bunch of stuff. That 48% is killing me. Surveil 1. I think you should be able to choose, don't you? Or is there a certain order? You should be able to choose to surveil first and then draw. Oh, they're going to have another Life Creed Duo. Hey! We got it. So it can actually be any card. It doesn't get the +1 unless it's 2 or less. Not gonna let those die, are they? So I had to stop their card draw. was the plan there. Okay, Life Creed Duo. Okay. That's getting annoying. Starscape Cleric doing some work. It's like I'm just like drawing nothing. It's because they're just getting through their deck so fast. We're gonna gift the food. We're just gonna destroy that. Hmm. Gonna have a third Life Creed Duo. I think that's it. Yep. One Landfall, Life Creed Duo. Be 4 triggers. And then if they play another land, yep. Trigger, yep, that's game. Man, Starscape Cleric just did frickin' work. Well, see, this is why rank doesn't matter, people. I went 2 and 3 in bronze. It's rough. It's embarrassing. But this is also the part of it, right? When you're doing ranked draft, you have no idea the skill of the drafter on the other end. Like, they could be a really good in-person drafter and then just do draft casually on Arena. So there's no saying who you're going to run into. That person had a really, really good bat deck, lots of synergy, lots of life gain avenues. Mine was a little slow, didn't have as many life gain avenues, and they just outpaced me with that Starscape Cleric and made it happen. So the first draft is done on my Bronze to Mythic series. We did go from Bronze 4 to Bronze 3, so we did make some progress, which was great. We used a draft token for this particular run. So thank you for hanging out with me in my first episode of my attempt number 2 in Bronze to Mythic in Bloomburrow. We're going to try to cruise through this. We're doing something a little different. Each and every video is only going to be 1 draft this time instead of 2, maybe 3 drafts as I had done in the past. So if you like my Bronze to Mythic series and watching somebody learn and maybe get beat up a little bit along the way, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button on my YouTube channel. If you're catching this live in the stream, thank you for hanging out with me. And until next time, we'll catch you at the table.